Welcome to the Skugog Arena in Port Perry. It's going to be under 15 AAA action on this Saturday night for the Oshawa Generals to take on the Central Ontario Wolves. The Wolves broke up the Generals' winning streak about a couple days ago when they beat them in Oshawa. So here's a return match. Joey Deegan will get the start for Oshawa, and Morsley will be at the other end for the Wolves, and that shot by Lee is stopped and held on to. Face-off now is off to the right of Deegan. Winning that draw, Davis gets it from behind and puts it around the boards. Trying to get it out, it got kept in here from the blue line. Right back in behind the net for Davis again. Off the boards, got it up there for Brandt. Trying to get it around Howard, who hit Brandt into the boards, and we'll get a glove hand pass and a stoppage in play. So face-off still stays outside of the blue line. Davidson or Jackman will take it. Jackman wins it there for Zach Naish. Naish tried to dump that in. Knocked down, trying to get around the defender of Sterling to get a shot away, but fell. Out of front of the net, stopped by Deegan as he stops that one from the left side. Big hit there and behind the net by Jackman as he took his man down. Brad took down Bagshaw there in front of the net. Sterling is going to take a hit on the right-hand side. Behind the net, General's trying to work it down low and get a scoring opportunity. Getting it back for Naish with a shot that's going to hit a stick and not make it to the net. Owen Dobbs couldn't do anything with it as it got swept away from him. And that leads to some Central Ontario players coming back in their camo uniforms. Off to the right side. Slapping this around the boards. Henzo was able to keep that in, but not this time. It gets swept past Bagshaw this time and out. Rolling in on net. It's going to miss the goal, and Elliot Bluin will drop it off on his backhand over here to the side. Smith is over here for Central Ontario. Couldn't do anything with the puck. Stays alive, though, in the zone. Smith keeps it in. A shot on net. That goes wide as that goes behind the goal now. Henzo. Walking out. Shot. Stopped there by Deegan. Up against the post to make that save and holds on to it. Lennox now take this defensive draw. Gallagher gets it back to the line. They look for a shot through a screen. Goes behind the net for Smith. Smith's going to take a hit. Henzo came in here to try and help. Smith couldn't get the puck. Good job here by Sparks, who takes it behind his own goal. Seth Sparks has got to get away from a couple of defenders behind the net before he can set it up here to the side. Flip pass for Riley Brandt is into the Cow zone, and this is going to get flipped off to the left into the left corner. And behind the net there's a shot. It missed the right pad of Morsley and it's kept alive by Oshawa. In that right corner trying to dig it out of there. Noah Lennox is coming in there to try and help as well to get that puck free from a couple of feet in that corner, and Central Ontario do their job to tie that up and get another face-off. Jackman will come out here to take this draw now. And he's going to try and shoot this one. And he fired it wide on that scoring opportunity. Trying to keep this in with Owen Dobbs here from the line. Gets it back for LePage, and that comes out over the blue line though. Davis comes back in his own end. He's getting followed. So he puts it behind the net again for LePage. LePage puts that around the boards. Kept in here by Owen Dobbs. LePage gets another opportunity. Gets it around Mador as they try and get it out. It's a stretch pass over here to the side for Dobbs. Dobbs is trying to get around that defender on the left-hand side behind the net. Right from the side, that shot gets fired wide. And that leads to the Wolves coming back in, dumping that deep behind the net. That's Sterling behind the goal, putting it off the boards to try and get it up there for Gallinaro. Tipped it free, and Jackman gets the opportunity now. Jackman's on his own, so he's got to try and do this on his own. The backhand is stopped there by Morsley with a right pad save. Trying to get this on the way to the side for Jackman again. Jackman, after that single player rush, tried to set that one up in front. Goes back in behind the net as Jackman goes off on a change. Wolves are trying to get this out of their own end. It goes back in behind the net where Lee scoops that up. Knocked down here by Sterling from center, and he'll dump it back in right down goal to be covered up by Morsley, who's just going to hang on to that one and take a face-off in his own end. Face-off now was off to the right of the Central Ontario goal as Morsley gets back set. Gets back here to the line, but it's Central Ontario that come up with the puck. But he's on a 2-on-1 disadvantage. He'll take it to the net, though, as Bathgate goes off to the side. Back in behind the net, comes around the boards. Flipped out. Here comes Comey with the loose puck. Comey goes off to the right-hand side and behind the net. We'll leave it back there for Braden Davidson. Davidson tried to get around some defenders and set it up in front. Right to the front of the goal. Here comes a chance, and it just hopped over the stick at the left side of the net. And that leads to the Wolves to flip this away down the ice. Bagshaw's trying to put pressure on Bluen as he takes it out of his own end. And this is going to get touched up. Our first penalty of the game is going to come for hooking. Noah Lennox now come in to take this draw as the Generals start off on their power play. Goes in behind the net. Wolves get it around the boards. Naish keeps it in. Puts it off here to the left side. Trying to walk it out there was Chapman. He gets it over here to the blue line. Sterling has control of it now. Now he doesn't, as I cleared out. Sterling, with some pressure on him, has to take it from behind his own net and now start it out. Sterling tried to drop it off here for Naish, and he brings it in. Naish tried to get around a couple of defenders as he puts it deep behind the net. Lennox tried to help out on the left-hand side, but that's going past everybody down the ice. Deegan coming out here to stop it. Leaves it for Sterling behind the goal. Sterling will just take his time in behind the net as he waits to start it to play with a lead pass now for Jackman to bring it in. Ethan Jackman with some nice moves. Shot! Just fired it wide over the glove hand side of Morsley, as that comes ricocheting back into the Oshawa end where Dobbs has to scoop it up. Dobbs from his own zone starts this, and then he waits for Jackman to come in behind him and drop it off. Over here to the side for Naish, who's going to tip it up through center. Max Hutchings is out there now as well on the left-hand side. Hutchings takes this from behind the net. Gets it back to the blue line. No shot for Sterling as he couldn't get it through. And now it gets free from center. Dobbs is coming in here. Trying to get in there with Hutchings and cleared out by Central Ontario. 20 seconds left to go on the penalty. Lead pass up through center for Hutchings. Trying to get a shot off. Stopped there by Morsley. And the rebound's right at the side. Morsley had trouble with that shot. He didn't catch it initially, but he was able to keep it out though. And we still have 14 seconds left to go on this power play. The net was also off the moorings there, so I don't know if it would have counted, even if the Generals would have poked that in on that loose puck out in front. They've still got 14 seconds to work with on their power play. Davidson is going to take this draw off to the right of Morsley. So scramble draw, quick shot off of it and fired wide. Trying to keep it on the left-hand side. Behind the net goes Davidson after the puck. Trying to walk it out. Goes back on his backhand for Bluen. Back for Davidson. Davidson, slot, spark, shot. That got blocked on the way through. Trying to keep this alive again with Sparks. He puts it behind for Gallinaro. Gallinaro from behind the net. Trying to spin away from the defender behind the goal. The Wolves get it and send it up through center. Knocked down and stays in the offensive end. This leads to Comey. Shot. Stopped there with a glove hand and held on to by Morsley. Face-off now is off to the left of the Central Ontario end. Going over the stick here from center with Sparks. He tried to dump it back in. Fleming got it over here to the side as they try and dump it off to the Central Ontario, picking that one up here for the center. Can't get around the defender. There's Sparks right here. Trying to put this back in his own end. Pass is picked off and fired into the open net as they picked off that pass and walked right in to beat Deegan to make it 1-0. Smith is going to get the goal, I believe. He led the way down the bench area for Central Ontario, so they take advantage of a pass out in front of the net that got broken up, and Smith deposited it past Deacon to make it 1-0. And now they take this back in their own end and start it up through center with a pass. It's coming up here for Gallagher. Gallagher tried to get through and couldn't get around him. Pass up here for Dobbs. He can't get through on the other side. Dobbs is trying to get to this loose puck now. Jackman was putting pressure on to try and take it away, but here it comes. The Wolves swept off their stick there from center off of Gallagher. Jackman tried something here. Off to the right-hand side. He's getting tangled up, but he's getting away from a couple of players in that corner. Setting up with a shot. It's not going to get through right to the front, and that's going to get covered up by Morsley. Braden Davidson now is going to take this draw, coming off to the right of Morsley. Trying to win that draw. It goes behind the net. Comes over here for Davidson to try and win the battle. Almost 6 minutes left to go here in period number 1. 1-0 in favor of Central Ontario. That goal coming moments ago. Naisha shot. There's a left pad stop there by Morsley. Trying to get this around the boards and out. Gallinero's trying to win that battle, but the Wolves come out with it through center. Trying to put this in on net. Goes behind the goal again. Naish puts it off there on the backhand to the other side. Gallinero off the boards. Knocked down here from center and put right back where it came from, behind the net. Cowart will go behind the net and try and get to it. Chapman tries to chip it out and could not do it. Still alive to try and get it out of the zone. It comes over here to the side. That's going to be Naish taking it behind the net, getting followed by Bagshaw. Lead pass. It's a flip one up through center. Going over the stick and back into the Central Ontario end. Here comes a chance now for Bathgate, and couldn't get around the defender. That's Noah Lennox taking it away now. Lennox is going to get bumped off the puck here on the other side. Bagshaw has that puck from center, and he's going to bring it in, and it's going to be offside. Face-off was on one there from center, trying to dump it in off the high end boards behind the net. Behind the goal went Elliot Bluin. Bluin couldn't get over Chapman's stick. There's a high shot, blocked away by Deegan. Kept alive here at the line. There is Boyven putting it behind the net, trying to throw it up in front. Taken away here by Bluin as he brings it in. Bluin tried to blow around that defender as he takes it behind the net and keeps control of it. From behind the goal is swing it back to the side. Taken away here by Central Ontario as they try and tip it away. He's got a couple of defenders to beat at the Oshawa bench, but Jackman knocked him off the puck. They're going to go for a pass for Owen Dobbs, and he can't get to it as it hopped over his stick at the other side. Dobbs is still trying to win that battle over here. It's still loose as they try and dig it out. Here comes a chance to move it over here to the side. And that's another opportunity here for Smith to try and get through, and he was knocked off the puck. Here comes Max Hutchings to try and get through, taken off his stick by Smith. Up over the side. Here comes a chance. Bagshaw's in, and he couldn't get a shot away. That's Dobbs now with a pass. Trying to get over here to the other side. Or that was Gallagher who had that opportunity. Here comes one for Oshawa. Rolling to the net, and Morsley will just cover it. Face-off coming off to the right of the central zone. Behind the net. This is going to get kept in by Naisha on the left-hand side. Got it. Trying to get it back there for Gallinero as it's free here from center. Lead pass is up there and tried to make his way through. Backhanded over Sterling behind the net. Sterling is back behind. Rips it around the boards. Comey couldn't get to it to get it out. Naisha's going back over here to the side. Cowart is trying to dig this puck out in the left corner and get it back to the line, but Navy jerseys take it away. Comey's going to the front of the net as well. He'll take the pass in that left corner. Comey and Gallinero tried to go after it. Sterling keeps it alive and throws one on net. That'll get stopped and held on to by Morsley. Central Ontario won the draw in their own end. Chapman, though, had the puck behind the net. Knocking it down, trying to take one to the goal. Brandt can shoot. Sparks does it, scores! Seth Sparks fires one over Morsley, And we're tied at 1. Sparks hopefully has lighted a spark here for Oshawa as he fires that one in to make this a 1-1 game with 2:30 left to go here in period number 1. Here comes a chance to start this up for Central Ontario, dumping this deep back off to the left side. Behind the net, trying to win the battle. Going on his backhand to try and get it out. Kept alive though from the line, and now it's Noah Lennox trying to get it out past Boyven. Along with Bagshaw, Lennox tried to get that puck away from Boyven. Behind him was Chapman, who will dump it in. 2-minute warning here in period number 1. They'll go up through center now. The pass was over the stick of Boyven, but he gets it back again. Here comes Boyven, putting it into the corner behind the net. Trying to get to that loose puck and throw it up in front. Couldn't get there as Bagshaw tried to throw it up in front. Shot from the line is going wide. Coming in from the blue line there was Lee and couldn't keep it alive. This leads to 2 back. Jackman's bringing it in with it, trying to get around. Shot! Score! Roof got a shot by Jackman with a perfect shot up and over the glove hand of Morsley, and the Generals take a 2-1 lead. Dobbs tried to get that puck. On Dobbs to flip that off to the right-hand side, in behind the net. Trying to get this around the boards and get it out. Hits a chance with a late pass. Trying to get this was LePage, and this is going to be offside. But now they get it back. Looking to move it over here to the side. Late pass is tipped in. Right on goal to Deegan, who makes a stop. And then shovels it into his glove for a face-off. Face-off is trying to get one here on the other side. Back to the blue line, kept in from the line of shot, didn't get through. Still loose here from the side. From behind the net, trying to throw it up in front. He's pinning right to his man, and that comes around the boards. Fleming's shot is knocked down by the Generals as they get it out. Coming up through center, trying to dump it in behind the net. Takes a bounce out in front from behind the goal now. Generals have control of it. Back to the blue line, they try to get back there. Sterling, shot on net. That gets stopped. I might have cut the piece of Morsley. Behind the net, trying to win the battle here and get it out of their own end. Zach Nash, shot on net. Left pad stopped there by Morsley as it goes behind again. Trying for one more opportunity to drop it off here to the side. They throw it up in front, and that one's going to get broken up. And one more shot here from Sterling to the goal. Stopped there by Morsley, and he'll cover it up. So one more face-off here in the central end. They're trying to win it and get that final shot off, but it's a tangle up there right at the blue line. So a opening goal by Smith made it 1-0. But goals by the Generals, Seth Sparks, and then Ethan Jackman puts the Generals up 2-1 to go to the second. He's off to start the second period now. Chapman dumping that in, knocked down by Bathgate, here from center. Puts it back into the Oshawa end. Knocked down here by Brant. He clears this away for Noah Lennox, trying to get through. Knocked down by number 8, who got it up there through center. Sparks with a pass up through center, knocked down. That was Bonnyman. Putting that in right on goal. Stopped there by Morsley. Leaves it for Bonnyman. This is going to hit the Generals bench area as Chapman tried to get through. Leading it up. Trying to make his way in. That's Bonnyman with a shot. Right pad stopped there by Deegan. Trying to get it out of their own end. Skating up with a lead pass. He tried to get around Bonnyman. And behind him was Hutchings. Hutchings, drop pass shot. Can't get it through. Hutchings is at the side to try and dig it in, and Morsley finds it in time. Jackman loses a draw. Wrapped around the boards, and it goes into the netting out of play. Jackman now to take the draw again. Harder on the boards now to try and get it out against Court, as Court was over here to the side to try and get it out. There for Lee. Can't get it out. Here comes a chance for Jackman to throw it up in front. Taken away again here by Central Ontario. Good tip by Boyven through center. Hard and out. Lee on that to try and get it out of the zone. Picked up by LePage. Generals get it with Davis trying to dump it in against Dobbs. Dobbs is trying to dig out that loose puck here from center, as Chan was right there. Loose puck now to bring it in for Gallinaro. Gallinaro's coming in offside. Face-off now here was from center. Davidson trying to put it in the zone. Knocked down by Sterling from center ice. Put in, and O'Shea knocks that down. O'Shea from his own zone. Try to get around some defenders. It comes back into the Oshawa end. That's going up into the central bench and out of play. Face-off now is coming off to the right of the Oshawa end. Shot on net. It's going in wide. Trying to get there on the left-hand side. Going behind the net there was Sterling trying to get it out. Against Gallinaro trying to get there on the other side. That shot got blocked, and Generals come back with it the other way with Gallinaro. Gallinaro's good job to stay outside. There's a shot. Left pad stopped there by Morsley as they try and get it up here for Howard. Howard from his own end has control. The pass was over the stick, though, of Shaw from center. Now they've got to get around Fleming. They dumped that past him and in the corner. Starting up there was O'Shea with a pass. That was for Howard, and O'Shea gets a rebound. O'Shea can't get through, but he gets it back again. O'Shea shot. Left pad stopped there by Deegan. Trying to get this out of their own end. Some nice moves as he comes up through center with Ethan Chapman. Behind him was Sparks, who tried to bring it in. Sparks dropped it off. There's a shot on net. Hitting a stick and rolling off to the corner, and we're getting a penalty coming up for head contact. Jackman's going to take this draw here in the offensive end. Sparks is going to try and keep it in. He does. Sparks is going to push it off to the corner for Hutchings to try and get around the defender behind the net. Trying to help him out there was Dobbs behind the goal. Hutchings gets it again. It'll be behind the net where Bonnyman fires it around up into the netting and out of play. Shaw and Jackman are going to take this draw. Now Shaw's out. Medora will take it as he comes in. Jackman wins the draw right to the front of the net and couldn't shoot it. He's getting hooked up, and now it gets covered up by Morsley. Jackman again takes a draw, won by Cow and dumped down the ice. Deegan's going to come out here to stop it behind his own goal. Leaving it from him behind the net. Going to start it with a lead pass over here to the side. Going to come up here for Hutchings to try and make his way through. Hutchings, drop pass, shot, stopped there by Morsley. Trying to get it up here through center is Medora now. Medora will start this rush and bring it in. It's tipped off his stick and back the other way they come. Let out and dropped off here by Dobbs. Owen Dobbs back to the line. They're going to take a shot. Pushed off to the corner for Hutchings now. Hutchings trying to get around the defender here on the right-hand side. Dobbs trying to win this battle behind the net, and Jackman is going to try and help out. Jackman from behind trying to throw it up in front. There's a shot that gets stopped there by Morsley. Noah Lennox now to take this draw. It's up in the air, kept in here from the blue line, knocked down out of front and sent the length of the ice right to Deegan, who makes that save. Kicks it off to the right side from behind their own goal. Now he starts it out. 25 seconds left to go on the head contact penalty. Up through center comes Sparks up over the line. Shot on net is gathered in the logo of Morsley as he holds on. Lennox now to take the draw. Got one though by Central Ontario. Lennox skips it up again. Going to push it in behind the net there for Gallinaro. He can't set it up in front. It's up in the air now. And Fleming couldn't get it out of his own end. Here comes a chance. Right slot area. Lennox shot. Stopped there and held on to by Morsley. Another key face-off coming off to the right of the central Ontario goal. Put her on the boards. Gallinaro is going to try and cut it off, but it gets taken away. Another chance. Gallinaro shot. Right pad stopped by Morsley. Coming over here to the side with Smith. Good job by Lennox to push it to himself in the corner. And then Lennox takes a hit. Here comes Smith now with it. Over here to the side to try and dump it in. He's going over here to try and get this back to the line. Pushes it in behind the net now. Trying to clear it out. Got kept alive by Central Ontario at the blue line. Now they're going to bring it in with Smith. Smith's pass to the side. He's walking in. Hit a stick and fired in wide. Going in behind the net now. Trying to walk it out. High off the glass. Good play there as he knocked that down. From their own zone, it gets tipped in past Nash. Back to the corner. No icing. Behind the net it goes. Nash turned it over. Here comes a chance to throw it up in front. Clear it out, and here it is at center for Henzo. Henzo from center ice. Now goes for that lead pass as he dumped it in. Behind the net it goes. No icing. Sterling's back there. Comes over to the side for Nash. He can't get it out of his own end. It's tangled up here on the right-hand side to try and keep it behind the net, and Nash is able to tie it up to get a face-off. Face-off goes off to the right of the Generals' goal. As they win that draw, he puts it around the boys. Chapman tried to tip it out to himself and couldn't get it out. It goes back onto the left-hand side. Davis tried to get it up. That one over the stick of Riley Brandt from center. Here comes Chan to try and dump it in. And Chan puts that off to the left side behind the net. Behind the goal was LePage to try and get it for Chapman out of the zone. In behind the net, trying to look for the wraparound. Can't. As he got it back to the line, it's going to stay just in on the blue line. Looking to take this shot. He can't shoot. Keeps it alive. So he goes back to the line and will set it up over here to the other side. Here's a shot. Stopped there by Deegan. Trying to keep it out. Kept alive by Lee, though. Right to the front of the net. That doesn't make it through to the goal. General's trying to tie him up in behind and get a whistle. But it's in behind there, and finally dug free. Can't get it up in front. Here comes a chance from the line by Lee. A shot. That goes wide on that opportunity. Behind the net again went Lennox. Trying to fire it out. Got kept alive by Lee. The shot went wide. Generals find it and send it down, and it goes for icing. Ethan now, Jackman now to take this draw off to the left of his own goal. Around the boards, Comey will tip it out. Knocked down by Central Ontario. Bluin knocks down that shoot-in opportunity as he dumps it off the boards. O'Shea from his own end. With a pass over here to the other side, it gets tipped past Seth Sparks. Off to the side went Sparks behind the net. Bluin tried to put it around the boards now. With a pass over here to the other side, bringing in Comey. Comey couldn't get around the defender, though. Back and behind the net, it's Jackman trying to get to that loose puck as he's over here against Fleming. Comey will go off to the side. Fleming will pick it up now and try and get it out. Good job by Jackman to stick to Fleming here on the other side. Turnover, shot, and that caught the knob hand of Morsley's stick as Boyven sends it down right on net. Stopped by Deegan, and he'll hold on. Face-off now is off to the left of the Oshawa goal. Trying to win that draw right off the draw. It's off to the right side, trying to throw it up in front. Taking it away. Trying to dump it out of his own end comes Noah Lennox. Lennox with some moves and lost it before he could shoot it, and finally rolled one on net, but it gets stopped by Morsley. Lennox now to take this draw. Gets one. Howard will drop it over here to the side as that's a chance by Shaw dropping it off. Trying to get around the defender as that's Nash to try and get it behind the goal. It's up in the air behind the net. Trying to dig it free. Gets it back to the blue line. Looking to shoot that was Hansel, and that got knocked down. Behind the net, Good play to keep it in. Getting it over here for Henzel. Henzel shot, and that didn't get redirected out in front. General's trying to get it out, but it got kept in there from the line, though. Right around the boards. Kept alive by Henzel, who throws this one on net. That got stopped there by Deegan. Starting it out now with Sterling. Drop pass for Hutchings, who puts it in. Dobbs is coming up on the left-hand side. He's in a battle over here against Henzel. Hutchings is trying to help out Dobbs to get the puck free. As it's over here at the side. Finally comes free, and then Dobbs gets taken down with a hit. From their own end. Puts it around the boards now for Smith. Picked off by Emerson Davis behind the net. As he's in a battle against Bonnyman behind the goal. Chapman as well. Going over here. Davis trying to win that battle. Brandt gets knocked down behind the net by Bonnyman as they move this away. Right back behind the net again. Bonnyman is there. Lead pass by Bonnyman up through center. LePage has control of it. From his own end. Takes it behind the goal. Now sets it up. That hits the Central Ontario bench. And we get a whistle. Face-off was off to the right of the Oshawa end. They're trying to get around some defenders. Got to get around Lee here for the opportunity. Drops it off. Here's Braden Davidson. Shot! Block it away. Davidson looking for the rebound now. Back to the line. Blowen sets it up to the side. Here's Gallinaro. Shot! Stopped by Morsley. He bats it off to the corner. Or it's picked up by Comey. Comey couldn't get to the puck. That goes over the stick of Sparks at the line. So he's got to pick it up from the Cow bench. Takes it behind and backhands it behind the goal. It's in the left corner now. They'll send this away through center. Some nice moves there to try and start something, but that gets cleared away. Back to the corner it goes, and it's picked up by Chan, who gets it up through center for Bathgate. Bathgate's coming up over the line with a pass. That's going to get broken up as they try and get it out. It's knocked down here from center and over here for Chan. Chan is going to try and dump this into the corner. Good job to keep this alive at the line. They're going to take a shot through a screen. That gets blocked on the way through. Still trying to find it. That gets knocked down by Lee from center. Lee had the pressure on him. Chan's pass for Smith was in his feet. Trying to get this and dump it down to the corner. That goes down the ice, but no icing. Behind the net goes Lee after it. Tic-tac, but there was no toe. Here comes Chan to try and get it out. He'll lose it on that dump into Naish. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the second period. Max Hutchings tried to go with it here through center. Dumped it in, knocked down by Chan as it rolls behind the net. Hutchings will take a bump by Chan, and Jackman's going to try and help him as well behind the goal. It's a 2-on-2 battle. Jackman is in there to try and help out and get it free, and they do get it. But now it's hard off the glass and out. Touched with a high stick by Sterling. So now we'll get a stoppage in play. Face-off now was off to the left of the goal. Thrown to the net, knocked down there by Oshawa. Trying to get it out. Got kept in by O'Shea at the line, though. Here comes a chance back up the other way now through center. He's going to bring it in and look for the shot on net. Kicked aside by Morsley. Now Boyven gets it. Puts it around the boards as Fleming went behind. Riley Brandt now with the puck. Brandt setting up in front. Jackman couldn't turn and shoot. It goes behind now. Up and out, and that is going to go out of play. 1 minute exactly left to go here in the second period. It's in the corner. Shaw tried to get it out. It's over here as they're trying to dig that puck free. That was Howard who does it, and got it free to get it back to the line. Up through center, knocked down by the Generals as they dump it back in. Fleming is going behind the net as they puts it around the boards. Chapman tried to cut it off. He does. From behind the net, Fleming again, a chance to clear. Skates away with it through center, and that passes over Howard. Dump back where it came from behind the net. Fleming is behind the goal for Central Ontario as that goes down the ice, and it's not going to be enough for icing. From their own end, he's going to touch it up. Kill off from time as puts it around the boards. O'Shea picks this up here from center. With a pass, it's brought in and dumped off to the left-hand side as it goes behind the net. That's going to be do it here for period number 2. There was no scoring in that second period, so it still stays at a 1-goal lead for the Generals, 2-1 to go to the third. Puck goes into the zone as we've just kicked off about 30 seconds here into the third period. 2-1 in favor of the Generals. Here's a chance for Bathgate, and that fired wide. Kept in here from the line, a shot as that's dribbling off to the side for Sparks, who puts it around the boards. That's down the ice, and it goes for icing. Face-off is coming off to the right of the goal. One cleanly, back to the line, and Lee gets it over here to the side. Lee again trying to shoot that puck. Right through the screen, there's a shot, right stopped by Deegan. Another one, that gets blocked on the way through it, and Riley Brandt comes away with the rebound. Brandt trying to get around the defender. Sets it up to the side on the right hand. Sterling tried to get it. Putting it in behind the goal now. Trying to win that draw. Nash putting it out on net, and it gets steered aside by Morsley. Here comes a chance to move it out through center. That's Noah Lennox on that, who tips it in behind the goal now. Lennox is trying to be there behind the net and get it out front. Right in front, shot by Gallinaro, blocked away by Morsley. Here comes a chance now to get it in. They're right on goal. That's going to miss Morsley and go off to the left-hand side. Up through center. Here comes a chance for Davidson, and can't shoot. It got swept away from him. In behind the net. Looking to set it up in front for a lead pass. Knocked down again and pushed off to the corner by Davidson behind the net. And we'll get a whistle. Face-off is coming off now to the right of the Central Ontario goal. Trying to win that draw. Comes out through center. Lead pass is just over the stick. Put in by Davis. Back in behind the net. Job there by Emerson Davis to put that back into the Cow zone. But here they come up through center. Getting around LePage. Putting it behind the net for Boyven. And Boyven lost his footing in behind the net as he was taken into the boards. LePage has control. Gets it over here to the side. And here comes a chance for Comey to get around the defender. It's right here from center to try and make its way through. Tip back in to the Generals end behind the net. That's going to be Sparks behind the goal to put it around the net. And out. Here comes the chance to catch up to it for Owen Dobbs. Dobbs couldn't get to it. Good job by Hutchings, who broke it up. And Hutchings couldn't get it back to the line. Here they come. Back up the other way through center, dumping it in on net behind the goal. Scooped up by Sparks behind the net. Setting it up here to the side with a lead pass. That's Hutchings trying to get it out of his own end. With a drop pass, they're going to lead it up through center. Dumped in on net. That goes over the glove hand of Morsley. Kept alive by Dobbs on the left-hand side. Behind the net went Jackman to try and jam it up front. And Morsley has control of it. Face-off was off to the left of the goal. Coming around the board to try and get it out with Smith with a tip. They're up through center to try and make it away around Bluen and could not do it. Through center, trying to dump it in on net. It's dropped off to the side, and here's Smith, who will push it off there for Bagshaw. Bagshaw was over here to the other side. Trying to get it out. That gets fired high and wide and over the goal. Trying to get this over here to the side. Can't set it up to the line. They're looking to send it through a screen. As this is Bathgate. Shot blocked away again by Deegan. Trying to get it out there with Dobbs and cannot do it. Thrown to the front of the net. Sparks is going to scoop it up. Behind the goal, as he tried to dig that puck from behind the net, was Bluen. Here comes now Dobbs out of his own end. Owen Dobbs will skate it away and bring it up over the line. He can't send one to the net though. And Dobbs is going to chase it in behind the goal now. Looking to set it up in front. Instead pushes it in behind the goal. Kept alive by Lennox. Trying to send one to the net. It rolled off his stick though and goes off to the left-hand side. Out in front of the net. That's going over everybody. Central Ontario will be over here to the other side. They're trying to get it out against Lennox, and that's going to come back into the Oshawa end. Here's Zach Nash now. Nash with a pass for Brandt as they dump it back in. Lennox is trying to get that away from his man. Fleming behind the net. As they move it out through center, knocked down here from center ice. Pushed up into the Oshawa bench and out of play. Face-off was here at center. Trying to dump it in was Chapman. Flipped in. He gets knocked down. They're looking for that pass. Going over the stick and back into the Oshawa end with Naish after it. Naish tried to get it over here for Sterling. He's picked off. Back to the blue line. Going to look through a shot through a screen. Stop by Deegan. And he's going to cover up the rebound. Face-off was off to the left of the goal. Trying to take this from behind the net was Braden Davidson. Davidson on his backhand. Got it up there for Comey, who tried to get it over there to the side. Shaw is trying to pick up this loose puck here from center. Here comes a chance now to try and dump it in. It's a lead pass. It's high and dumped into the Oshawa end. Deegan is going to freeze that up with Howard coming in the vicinity. Farrington now to take this draw for Central Ontario in the offensive end. Generals win it. Gallinaro tried to tip it out and could not do it. Here comes the chance. Overskated there by Davidson, or he could have started a rush. Back into the Central end it goes. Here comes a chance for Gallinaro to try and get free and couldn't get around the defense. They try to get it back to the line for LePage and he can't shoot it through. Up through center, they're going to tip it back in. Back goes a chance to pick this up as Bonnyman. Bonnyman's lead pass over everybody down the ice for icing. Jackman now going to take this draw in the offensive end, trying to roll under the net. It gets scooped up right off the draw by Morsley as he holds on. Face-off will be off to his right. Scooped up again there by Cow as they try and dump it in. It's coming up through center to try and get around the defender. Good job to hold him up, and there's Sparks now. Sparks pass is over against Hutchings. As they try and dump it in against Dobbs, he's up there through center, and that goes over the stick. From their own end comes Elliott Blowen. Dumped in the zone. Jackman's going to try and win the race in behind the net. Trying to set it up in front. They're trying to find that loose puck. Is Jackman digging away at it right in front of the crease area, and nobody can get their stick on it to put it into the open goal. Picked up here by Oshawa in their own end by Elliott Blowen. Over here to the side, they're trying to get it out with Sparks. Through center now, Owen Dobbs with a pass for Jackman. Trying to cut to the net on his backhand. That's going up and out of the rink. Face-off now is off just at the blue line, and Central Ontario win the draw. Fleming will drop it off here to the side. They're going to look to get this off the boards as they move it out through center. Picked up by Chapman as he tried to make his way through and knock it down. Chapman was over to the side, and Naish is going to join as well. From their own end, he's going to look to dump this in for Court. Court tried to get a stick on that, but could not. Naish is skating away with it. Couldn't get to the front of the net. Ethan Sterling on that loose puck now. Sterling tried to make his way through. Takes a bump as he dumped it in. From their own end, we're going for that lead pass through center. Not going to get around the defender. Here's Smith again trying to whack away at it. Sterling couldn't get around the defender again. Back to the line for Lennox out of his reach. So from their own end went Naish to put it around the boards behind the net for Sterling now. Sterling was over there to try and get it. Here comes a chance with a lead pass for Riley Brandt. It's in his feet, and now he'll pick it up and dump it in. Right back in behind the net it goes now. Gonna look for the stretch pass here from Medora, who tips it in. Right in behind the net, and that's gonna be Emerson Davis, who scooped it up and sends it around and out. From their own end over here to the side. Gonna try and dump it in. It's going off to the corner now. That's going to be Emerson Davis on the loose puck, who puts it around the boards for Comey. You can't get it out. There's a shot that goes in wide. Davis picking it up off the boards. Over around to the side. That's Comey trying to get it out as he tips it away through center. Chan on his backhand gets it over here to the other side. Chan again is going to get this, and it's a lead pass through center. And here comes Medor now. Medor's shot hitting a stick. Good job by LePage. Got a stick on that and put it out of play. Face-off is coming off to the right-hand side of Joey Deegan to be taken by Bathgate. Bathgate wins it back to the line. That hopped over the stick of Lee but stays alive. Behind the net went Elliott Blowen. Blowen trying to get it out of his own end, but we're going to get a stoppage in play. Face-off now coming outside the blue line. Jackman trying to win it. Could not do it. Here comes a chance for Central Ontario to dump it in. Right on net by Henzo as that was kicked aside by Deegan. Here's Bathgate now. Bathgate back to the line for Henzo. Henzo can't shoot. Bat for Bathgate. Bathgate shot. Hit the side of the net. Trying to get it around with Jackman around the boards. Bonnyman's going to keep that in. Pushes it off to the side behind the net. Goes blowing after it. Around the boards. Trying to get that back to the line with Bagshaw, and that comes out. Here comes Jackman, but it's in offside. Face-off was coming outside the blue line now. Zach Naish. Naish gets it over here to the side, and he dumps it in. Right back behind the net as Riley Brandt tried to get to it. Knocked down there by Oshawa. They try and keep it in the zone. Coming over here to the side. Big hit there at center as it goes back in the corner. From behind the net. Trying to win that battle behind the goal was Noah Lennox. Lennox was behind it to try and get to the loose puck. Scooped up here by Oshawa. Away comes Naish for the pass. Up here is LePage as well. Chapman tried to dump it in, and he takes a bump by Bonnyman. Behind the net, trying to set it up in front. General's keeping control of the puck, but now the pass at the line went over his stick. Naish has control of it. Off the boards it goes as it comes in for Noah Lennox. Shot! Hit a stick and went wide. Lennox trying to get it back up in front again. Chapman tried to keep this alive. Going over here to the side is Chapman to try and get to the puck first. In behind the net, they'll skate this behind their own goal and get that late pass down the ice. And it goes for icing. Face-off is coming off now to the left of the Central Ontario end. As that's behind the goal. Gallinaro went for it. That's going to get flipped away down the ice. And once again, an icing call. Face-off now was off to the right of the Central Ontario goal. Davidson kicked out of the draw. Now it's going to be Brand who tried to take it. Sorry, that's Comey who took that draw. It went behind the net, setting it up in front. From behind the goal, it's Cow trying to get that out through center. And Elijah LePage from center ice dumps that back in. From behind the goal went Fleming after it. Trying to make his way around the defender with a pass. That goes past everybody. And once again, it'll come back to the Cow end on an icing call. Face-off now was off to the right of the Central Ontario end. Behind the net went Hutchings after it, but away they come. Knocked down by LePage, trying to control of it. Bathgate, shot, scores! Bathgate with a nice shot up and over the blocker hand of Deegan, and we're tied up at 2. Perfect shot there for Bathgate, who put it up and over the blocker hand. Just found enough space to find a way to beat Deegan to tie things at 2. Bluen. That pass is picked off by Smith as he tried to set it up in front. Kept alive. Bathgate's coming over here now. Bathgate was in a battle against Sparks trying to get to it. Kept alive at the line by Lee, who pushes it wide. They're trying to get it up here for Max Hutchings and get it out as it's here from center. Bringing it in, he can't get around Elliot Bluen. Hard pass off the boards for Owen Dobbs. Dobbs is trying to get around the defender and behind the net. Chance to clear it. Cannot get it out. Good job here at the other side. Trying to keep it alive, he does. Dobbs is trying to dig it out as well. Dobbs off to the corner, sets it up in front, taken away by Central Ontario. They're going to look for that stretch pass, but it's not going to get there. Bluen is going to go in a battle behind the net. Seth Sparks has control. Opened up the scoring for Oshawa. Made it 1-1 in that first period before Ethan Jackman scored to make it 2-1. There was no scoring in the second period, and then Bathgate has the tire right now in the third. Bad pass up in front. Trying to throw this to the goal. That goes over the right pad. Kept alive here by Henzo, who puts it in the corner. Chapman will take this puck around the boards now. Taking a hit there at the Oshawa bench area. As that goes deep, back into the Cow end, and goes for icing. Face-off was coming off to the left of Deegan. That gets out. It's going to roll hard down the ice and right in on goal. Covered up there by Morsley. Face-off was off to the left of the cow end. Comes around the boards as Noah Lennox is off there to the right side. Keeping it alive was Lennox trying to get to it. Here comes a chance for Central Ontario to dump that away through center, and here comes Mason Gallinaro. Gallinaro's shot is going in wide on that opportunity. Put it around the boards. That's going to get kept in there by Naish at the line and now poked away. Through center. They're going to poke this behind the net. Coming behind the goal there was Naish to try and be in a battle. Boyven had it behind the net, but now Noah Lennox picks it up. Lennox puts it around the boards for Hutchings and couldn't get to it. Over here to the side, broken up here by Zach Naish. Naish will put this off to the left side behind the net. From their own end comes Ethan Jackman. Got to come back here to pick up the puck and start it out with a pass. He got it up there for Dobbs, who tipped it in after taking the hit. Going behind the net was Hutchings to try and take it away, but they were going to skate this from their own end as he went end to end. Turned over there to Owen Dobbs. Dobbs from center takes a hit by Court, but leaves it for Jackman. Jackman's shot is caught and held onto by Morsley. Jackman will stay out there to take the draw. Off to the left of the Central Ontario goal. Central Ontario win that defensive draw as that's behind the net. Good pressure on here as he went for the hit. Hit him into the boards. We got a down player there for Central Ontario. We'll get a whistle as that comes in and held onto by Morsley. Now, under 5 minutes left in a 2-2 game. That goes behind the net. Here comes a chance to clear it out. It comes up through center and they bring it in. That was Bathgate trying to get around and could not do it. Cleared out off the boards. Owen Dobbs tried to get to the loose puck and didn't get there. Behind the net it goes again. LePage lets Davis put it around the boards for Hutchings. Hutchings tried to get up through center now with it. Hutchings will push it off to the side and back goes Lennox to get it as he takes a bump. From their own end, he tried to get here against Braden Davidson, who dumped it in. Right to the front. Davidson's going to take a hit at the bench. Lennox is going to look up in front. Here's Sparks, a shot. Score! Seth Sparks is second of the game. One timed it from the slot area to make it 3-2 Oshawa. Face-off is won by the Generals. Generals now looking to keep this lead. They lost the 2-1 lead here in the third, but now they've got a 3-2 lead thanks to the goal by Sparks. It's over here at the bench area, but they still got 4 minutes to work with here. Lennox is trying to win that battle at the Oshawa bench area. Put back in the zone. Trying to get there was Sparks, who cleared it away. Flipped high and into the Oshawa end. Behind the net went blowing after that. Try to get it up off the boards and get it out. Got kept alive there from the line and now blowing gets it again. He'll send this one into the Oshawa bench and out of play. Face-off now is off to the left of the goal. Hauled around. Dobbs takes a hit by Henzo and then gets back up. That goes down the ice for icing. Farrington is going to take this draw here for Central. Off to the right of Jackman trying to get it. Naish got it over here to the side for Gallinaro. Gallinaro is going to look to dump this in. Over here to the side, it was up there against Dobbs, and he put it back in behind the net. Over here to the side, tipped away here through center. Sterling, that went over his stick and goes back in the zone. Sterling from his own end. Dobbs is going to try and catch up to this before Henzo does. As it goes behind the net, Dobbs will get there and take the hit. The Wolves trying to get this out of their own end. It's knocked down there by Jackman from center, and Boyven will take it away. Boyven uses the boards. It gets tipped the length of the ice. Back in behind went Sterling after that. And he'll skate out with it. Ethan Sterling through center ice. He tries to make his way through as he got around Smith and backhanded it in. Killing off more time by putting it behind the goal. Trying to win this battle on the right-hand side. From behind the net, The Wolves are going to try and get this out of the zone. That was over here for Riley Brandt. Max Hutchings dumps that in. Back in behind the net went Fleming now. Around the boards. Generals keep it alive with blowing from the line. From the left-hand side of the net. Trying to throw this up in front. It goes behind the net for Lennox. Noah Lennox tried to get around the defender on the left-hand side. It's a lead pass over here. Trying to get it over here for Emerson Davis. Good hit there at the side as Brandt got taken down. Here comes Hutchings trying to make his way through. Shot! Stop the rebound! And he couldn't get there in time. Morsley got a piece of that and was able to be alert enough to cover up the rebound. Now his face-off in the central end, won by Generals. The shot went wide. Behind the net. Back to the line for Sparks. Sparks a shot. Stopped there by Morsley, who holds on. Face-off is off to the left of the goal. Seth Sparks keeps it alive and pushes it off to the corner. From in behind the net, they fire it around past Sparks and out. Rolling on net. Deegan's going to stop it and leave it for Blowen. Hard around the boards. That'll come out. And he hit the Oshawa bench and went out of play. Morsley is to the bench for the extra attacker now. Generals have an open net to shoot at. Dobbs was in a battle against Bonnyman. From behind their own net, they'll start it out. From behind the open goal. Looking to move this up through center. Jackman putting pressure on his man as they move it over here to the side. Tip back in behind the net. That's going to be Sparks putting it around the boards. Picked off there by Boyven, who puts it behind. Trying to throw this up in front. Taken away here by Central Ontario's Bathgate. Hit into the boards by Sparks. As they try and win this battle behind the net. Throwing it up in front. This is going to come out. Bonnyman is picking this up from center now. Bonnyman is going to try and weasel his way in. Here comes a chance. Shot high and wide by Bathgate. Trying to get it out. There's a shot to the net. Stop dead. Trying to get it out, and it's backhanded. Knocked down by Bathgate and out. Davidson trying to get here. Trying to get around the defender. It's behind the net, and the Generals will get it and clear it off the boards, and the Generals are going to escape Screwgog Arena with the 2 points. A 3-2 victory over Central Ontario as they break their 2-game losing streak here. After it got tied up at 2, Seth Sparks got his second of the game, and that turned out to be the winner. Thank you for watching. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.